Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 7 on my favorite 31 power trio bands of all time. We're at number 7. We're in the top 10. So many of you have been waiting patiently. Pete, when are you going to talk about perhaps the greatest and one of the first power trio supergroups of all time? Cream. Well, I'm talking about them today. Burst on the scene in 1966, but by the end of the 60s, they were gone, right? One of those great bands that kind of just came out and kicked ass for a very short period of time, caused lots of commotion, made lots of noise, churned out a couple really good albums and some good live stuff, and then that was it. Called it a day. The egos could not work together anymore. Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, and Eric Clapton. Egos don't get much bigger than that, folks. So you had to know that this band was probably not going to last a long time. But, with albums like Fresh Cream, their debut, I Feel Fine, Sleepy Time Time, Spoonful, Sweet Wine, Cat Squirrel, I'm So Glad, Toad, NSU, this is just blues rock. Blues, rock, maybe a little bit of jazz, live, lots of jamming. Of course, Disraeli Gears, their second album, probably known as their classic studio album, Strange Brew, Sunshine of Your Love. What else we got on here? Tales of Brave Ulysses, Swalabler, SWLABR, right? Great song. Mother's Lament, Outside Woman Blues. Just great psychedelic blues rock. Of course, they came back with Wheels of Fire, which is part studio, part live. Got White Room on here, Sitting on Top of the World, Press Rat and Warthog, Politician, Those Were the Days, Born Under a Bad Sign. Live you got from the film where you got Crossroads, long, lengthy Toad with drum solo, great Spoonful. To me, as much as I like the studio albums, to me, this band was a live band. That's, to me, what's always the more interesting stuff to listen to by Cream. I think live, these guys went off in directions that, at the time, really no other bands were doing. Of course, there was another trio that came up right around the same time or shortly thereafter, which we're going to talk about in a couple days, which probably challenged that whole thing. But Cream were all about just improvisation and just taking these studio tracks and these blues classics and just, stretching them out to 10, 15 minutes with bass drum and guitar solos, like crazy. The last album, Goodbye, okay. I'm So Glad, Politician, Sitting on Top of the World, Badge, okay. Those are kind of the highlights there. Badge is a great song. Already, you listen to this, you can already hear directions that these guys were probably going to go in. Specifically, Clapton, he had Blind Faith right around the corner. Literally, him and Ginger just left Cream, the ashes of Cream, and went and formed another supergroup, Blind Faith, with Rick Gretsch and Steve Winwood, right? Which was another really good supergroup that, of course, didn't last at all. But yeah, you can kind of hear the seeds of that. And then, of course, you had Derek and the Dominoes and then his solo career. So I think that this band kind of really burnt Clapton on that whole guitar hero, jamming, type of thing. And would forever change the directions that he would go in, like in his solo career. But I talked about the live stuff. For me, when I think of Cream, I always think about the live performances. And, you've got Live Cream Volume 1 and 2. I should probably pull them out here, right? So, these are their mobile fidelity. The Live Cream 1, which has, again, some just an epic Sweet Wine. NSU is over 10 minutes long. Lordy Mama on here, they did plenty of covers. And you got Live Cream Volume 2, which had Deserted Cities of the Heart, White Room, Politician, Tales of Brave Ulysses, Sunshine of Your Love, and a big, long Steppin' Out. Lots of jamming on these. I think these are a lot of fun, a lot of really cool band in fine form, and each one of them was just an amazing soloist. And sometimes when you have members of a small band like this who really love to solo and really like the spotlight, and you're going to base a lot of what you do on improvising, you're going to get the egos clashing. You're going to get stepping on toes, and it's like, well, but his solo is 2 minutes longer than mine, and all that sort of thing. So, again, I don't think this band was ever destined to be around long term, but they were one of the biggest bands on the planet for just those couple of years, and these albums sold really well. The concerts drew really well, and then they were like, okay, guys, that's it. We're done. If we don't leave now, we're going to kill each other. And that's what they did. So, but yeah, I always like Cream a lot. When you talk of power trios, my favorite power trios, they're not quite all the way at the top, but as you can see, number 7, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty high up. And anybody in my top 10 is just, they're like really special. So, would I've liked to heard more from Cream? Yeah, who wouldn't have, right? But, even when they did that comeback back, a number of years ago, it wasn't quite the same. That magic was kind of gone. They were all much older. Clapton especially was into more, pop-based bluesy stuff and far removed from the ferocity of the early Cream. And it really wasn't the same. Was it cool to see the three guys, up there again playing their classics? Sure, but it's not quite the Cream of the 60s, right? So, but yeah, great band. Cream is my pick today. Number 7, power trio. Favorite power trios. We've only got 6 to go, folks. So in the comments below, let us know your pick number 7 and what you think about Cream. And we'll see you tomorrow for number 6. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted every time we post a new video here on the channel. You don't want to miss anything. And we'll see you real soon with more stuff, right? And please also consider helping out the channel with a donation to our Ko-Fi page, which is below, as well as perhaps purchasing a t-shirt from our merch site, where we got hoodies, we got hats, caps, all sorts of stuff there. So all the links to that is below. And don't forget about seatranquility.org, our webzine that has all sorts of album reviews going back 20 plus years. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Pete Pardo. See you tomorrow morning with another of my favorite power trios of all time. Till then, have a good one. Bye-bye.